What's up, welcome back to Nostalgia. Dave here with a review of Hanumankind's debut mixtape Monsoon season. Hanumankind, I mean, wow, this has been quite the out-of-nowhere rise, and it's notable for many reasons and very exciting because I think the music that we've gotten since Hanumankind has exploded onto the mainstream rap radar has been very appealing and very promising. Hanumankind, of course, is notable because he is an Indian rapper and he made a ton of noise last year with his breakout single Big Dawgs, which as of now is over 450 million streams on Spotify, peaked at 23 on the Billboard Hot 100, got certified platinum already, was one of the 10 most streamed rap songs on Spotify last year. True out of nowhere phenomenon. And I think the reason that song was so successful was, I think, twofold. One, Hanumankind's talent, his delivery was just really engaging. The beat from Indian producer Call Me was hard as hell. And also, the third reason, the music video was excellent as well. Very eye-catching with the Indian Well of Death attraction that just immediately really holds the attention. And again, the song is good. And Hanumankind, he stands out because he's like the distillation of multiple influences. He spent a lot of time in Houston, Texas, of course, and has brought a lot of Southern rap, specifically Houston rap, into his music since he has returned to his native India in adulthood. And, a few years back, he signed to Def Jam India. He's now also signed up with Capitol Records. So he's in that Universal Music Group umbrella at this point. And his debut performance here in the States was none other than Coachella a few months ago. And yeah, it's just quite the, I think, monumental thing because you've never really had a South Asian rapper, specifically South Asian artist, like cross over into the U.S. music to the degree that Hanumankind has done. It just really hasn't happened before, and we keep saying this, right? But like, look at Central C finding success unlike any British rapper ever has before. Jungkook finding success unlike any K-pop soloist has before. We're continuing to see the barriers come down with global music, but I think Hanumankind is certainly helped by the fact that he's rapping in English, and he has touchstones to American culture and American rap. So he's appealing and I think easy to grasp for, a Western listener, even though he's also bringing in a lot of influences from his home as well in terms of the production. Hanumankind's debut mixtape Monsoon season is awesome. I think Hanumankind at the end of the day is a great rapper. His delivery is so catchy. He just has a gravitas to the way he raps. There's a confidence that's really effortless when you hear him. And his flows are really fun and tight. His technical ability is always front and center. And when you get these really cool beats as well, such as, of course, the Big Dawgs beat in all its glory, and he comes across as someone who's put in the work, and he's bringing that Houston and Southern rap influence that he's familiar with from his time in the States into his music in a really engaging way. This is hard-ass music, and it's really enjoyable. I'm certainly rooting for continued success from Hanumankind, and I think this is, in a certain sense, a breath of a fresh air as in terms of a new voice, because I think he's really entertaining and really exciting. And of course, we have to start with Big Dawgs, which of course we know how successful it's been, but the song itself is, again, really, really impressive. I mean, I think the beat from Call Me is just unreal. I love the way it just progresses throughout the song. Those bells go so hard. The song really pumps you up and also has an amazing remix from A$AP Rocky, which came out, of course, several months later. Rocky really brought it with an excellent feature. I love the red beam on your red beam make you Indian line, like very much in touch with who he's remixing. It's a great track, a great Rocky feature. It's a banger, man. It's one of like the most A1 rap bangers of the 2020s. I think it's like iconic, and I just hope that Hanumankind can find continued success beyond that song because clearly he's talented enough and a big enough music fan and student to not be a one-hit wonder. And I think the early returns with that are promising because, of course, you have the first track on Monsoon season, Reckless, featuring none other than Denzel Curry, who is like the other side of the coin with Hanumankind. These guys make very similar types of raps in terms of their flows and their delivery. I mean, they're right at home on the same track. You also have another highlight with Goons featuring Maxo Cream, of course, a Houston rapper. Really cool feature there. Run It Up, one of the lead singles to this release, has a pretty epic music video out now. Also a highlight for me. All of those songs, though, have some similarities, right? I think Hanumankind's flow, his aggression, his energy level is pretty familiar by that point. It's pretty even keel. It's perhaps risking a samey feel. The songs are still high quality enough that I wouldn't necessarily say that, but there's a sense that maybe Hanumankind could come across as one note when you listen to enough of his music. And that brings us to Someone Told Me, which is a much slower flow from Hanuman, storytelling, less so, less like deep lyrics, but more like about his like personal motto, like self-reflective kind of stuff. Definitely a different side, at least from, what we've heard in the Big Dawgs era of his career. Cause is notable because it's more of like a staccato flow from Hanuman, but it's kind of like a bit loose for me. Not his best, but I do enjoy those gloomy keys. November 29th, 2023. This is like I think, family interlude. I'm assuming the language is Malayalam, which is, kind of similar to Tamil, which is the language spoken in Hanuman's native Kerala, India. He's from the south of India, now living in Bangalore. I'm assuming that was what that was about. It's kind of a brief interlude. Then you have Monsoon, which has this like horror movie-esque like scratching of strings, really cool chant vocals going on there as well. Holiday, I thought the drums were very catchy, and I think in like Hanuman's delivery here, you have these like very specific like enunciating that he's doing on parts of words and parts of bars and stuff. It's pretty cool. His inflections are, I think, underrated strength to what he's doing. Villainous Freestyle, another single, pretty cool. I like the horns on it. The closer Sicko is pretty solid as well. I gotta say, Hanumankind, he was listed on the XXL freshman list as someone you could vote for the 10th spot. He did not make the cut for the 2025 XXL freshman list. Perhaps that was a logistical thing. He doesn't live in the States. He recently got injured on tour. I'm not sure where that lines up with when the shoot happened, probably after. But yeah, I mean, you listed him on the website. You had to pick this dude. Even though he had a massive hit, one of the biggest hits of last year, he's still brand new, and he's obviously historic from many respects. So he really should have made that list, and he's obviously plenty capable enough to hold his own and kind of dominate a class like that. So very disappointed to not see that pan out. But yeah, at this point now, we got to see, where does this go? Can he have another song take off? When he goes on tour in the States, I assume it'll do well. Apart from Nav, of course, from Canada, there really hasn't been another brown rapper with any kind of mainstream success. So we're in uncharted territory, but I'm just hoping that this sustains, because I think he's really good, and I'm looking forward to hearing more. Let me know, though, what you think of Hanumankind's debut mixtape, Monsoon Season. What was your favorite song? What was your favorite song after Big Dawgs? Your favorite new song? Let me know. And for more music reviews, more rap reviews, subscribe. I'll see you next time.